Okay, so I've got a lot of these, or I've bought quite a few of these Arnold locomotives, and they're really a great locomotive. This is actually the first one I ever bought, and as you can see, it's a mess. Most of the railings are gone, and it's not in very good shape anymore. The reason being is that obviously this is a DC locomotive when you buy it, and to convert it to DCC, you need to replace the chip inside. And to take the body off of an Arnold locomotive, you've got the couplers at the end, on each end, and there's a little screw right here that you need to take out. You need to slide the coupler out from the hole on the end, and then on each end, and then you can take the body off. The problem is that this coupler, it's real easy for this coupler to come apart into basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces plus the screw. And trying to get it out is pretty easy. I mean, you take out the screw and you wiggle this and pull it out from the body, and it comes out, and then you can just pick the body up off of the shell, and it works fine. The problem is trying to put that coupler back in. Almost every time it falls apart into pieces as you're trying to get it in, and you either lose the spring or whatever, or it just takes like forever to get that in, and you're handling the car or the locomotive and railings, like that these are unbelievably flimsy little railings, and they come off real easy, and you got to try and put them back on, and there's no glue used on this locomotive anywhere. All of the parts are pressure fit. These little railings on the side have little holes that they fit into. These rails have little holes that they fit into. Everything is pressure fit. So what I found out is this body is in multiple parts, and if you're really careful, you can take an X-Acto knife like this, and you can slide it. This gap is a little bit bigger now because I've done this several times, but you can slide it right in here, and you can pry up on each side. So you pry up on this side, and you can do the same thing on this side. And once you pry this up, you just work prying it up, a little bit at a time, and it will pop loose all the way down the side of the locomotive here. Now the very end down here will not break loose on its own. What I did was to do that, I used an X-Acto blade like this and stuck it in this way. So like I did it like this, and just pried up on the plastic right here on both sides, and that got the body loose here. And once you do that, you can just lift this part of the body off, and it comes off, and there's the railings are in really good shape. It doesn't break anything as far as the railings are concerned. The railings are connected to this part of the body. The railings are connected just at these points right here at the very front. And that, like I say, that as you should be able to see right here, all that is it's just a little basically like a little dowel. It just pushes into the body in these holes, and so it's real easy to take apart this way. I've got several of these locomotives now that once I learned this on this locomotive, I did that on my other ones, and they're in perfect shape. I mean, they look brand new. And then once you've got it like this, then you can take out this decoder. The decoder's right here on the end, so this is the decoder, and you can slide in a DCC controller, and you're ready to go. So anyway, I just thought I'd there's all kinds of videos out there on replacing the DC chip with the DCC chip, and they all talk about pulling, taking the couplers off and being real careful and using a clamp or whatever to hold them together. But that's all fine and dandy. Taking them off is easy. I mean, that's a simple process. Take out the screw, and slide out the coupler. Hopefully you don't tear up the railings while you're doing it, because I do. When I try and take them apart, I tear up the railings. And then you got to try and put them back together again, and it's just a pain. So I found this process, and it works quite well, because taking them out is easy. Putting them back in is terrible. It's terrible. It's just awful trying to put these couplers back in. So this is a much easier solution. Once you swap out the decoder, you can put the body back on. It fits. I mean, it's really, really precise in everything and how it fits. It just snaps back into place and looks great. And once you do it that way, and then you're not messing with the railings, you're not trying to take the couplers out, and you've got a DCC locomotive from Arnold that works well. I like these locomotives. I've got three different models of the Arnold locomotive, and they all run great. So anyway, I thought I'd share with everybody how to take apart the Arnold, so that you can change out the switch, but I mean the decoder. So anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the video. Everybody take care and stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.